Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. We are the Mighty Guru Yoghourt. Oh yes we are. Well now, it is perhaps an indication of how little I've been able to grow up in the last 63 years. Yes. I find it very difficult to sleep when I'm excited, and that's especially the case when I'm excited because I'm in a new place on holiday with a new motorcycle to play around with. Yes. So I've had about 5 hours sleep, and by my standards that's enough. But I had planned to come out at about 8 o'clock today, jump on the bike, go and ride for an hour or so and do a bit of filming and talk in depth about my response to this motorcycle, which, if you saw the last few videos, you will know is a Triumph Tiger 1200 Rally Pro. Yes, that's what it is. But I woke up at 4 AM and I just couldn't get back to sleep. And I was keeping the Murgatroyd awake by fidgeting. So I thought to myself, do you know what? I'm just going to go out and ride that motorcycle. Yes, give me a head start on the day, if nothing else. So that's what I'm doing. Here I am then, leaving a very, very quiet Girona. Yes, Girona. We've had a lovely time here, it's been ever so nice. I don't know which way I'm meant to be going now, I'll go right. Just need to get out of town really, and then head off, I think, towards the mountains. And do a bit of filming, yes. So I'll see you when I get a little bit further along the road. Having spoken then about my inability to behave in a mature fashion, you know, in a way that resembles an adult, say. Another reason why I got up so early and didn't want to be sleeping anymore was because I was actually very excited to be coming out on this motorcycle again. I mean, there are so many good things I can say about this machine. It's huge. It gives you a feeling of power. The riding position is commanding. It's really, really comfortable. It's got all the power you could possibly want. It does pretty much everything that you tell it to do. The controls are pretty decent. They're quite intuitive, and that includes all of the software nonsense going on, the different riding modes and, you know, suspension settings, ABS settings, all of these things, none of which I'd ever really use. I mean, I wouldn't really want a motorcycle with so much electronics on it. There's a couple of little niggles that I have to mention. Now, fuel caps have worked for over 100 years. You know, they were simple. You put the key in, you turned it, it opened, you filled up, you put the lid back on, you turned the key, it was locked. Simple. This, I tell you what, it took me and the Murgatroyd to put that back on when we filled up yesterday. Around about 15 minutes. We just couldn't work it out. It's stupid. It is absolutely stupid. The TFT screen, well, it's not the TFT screen, but it keeps telling us that the steering lock is disengaged or it's engaged, and it isn't, or it is, and the whole thing is just stupid, and the bike won't start until it sorts out the fact that, you know, you haven't got the steering lock on, and you don't want the steering lock on, you want the bloody bike to start. So that's really annoying as well. We've wasted far too many minutes dicking around with that. Other than that, there's not a great deal that I can say by way of criticism. It's really well engineered, it's really smooth, the power delivery is seamless. The fact that it's got a shaft drive is a massive plus for me. But, and every time I ride a new motorcycle, I ask myself this question: would I buy one? Well, at £22,000, absolutely not. Okay, you can say, yeah, but it's British. I don't care. It's not my country. Never has been. Never will be. I have no allegiance. What I do know is that I can buy a Suzuki V-Strom that has less electronics and will do everything that this will do for considerably less money. Now, I'd never ridden an adventure bike before. Riding one has made me want one, yes. And the Murgatroyd is quite keen on the idea as well. She loves the fact that it's very comfortable to sit on. She loves the fact that we're going to be able to carry enough luggage to be able to do the kind of motorcycle touring that we want to do. And so, it's been very beneficial for me to be riding this machine. It's made me realise that, yeah, in fact, I do want an adventure bike. Anyway, that's it for this little film. I'm going to get moving. I'm heading back now to Girona. I'm going to get some coffee. I'm going to get a bite to eat. And then I'll go and wake up the Murgatroyd, and we're going to go out for the day. We'll see what that brings. Thank you all for watching. Hope you've enjoyed this little film, and we'll see you in the next one.
The need to get off at all. A lovely upright riding position. To begin with, it felt completely alien. I have to say that the first hour that I was riding this morning, just after I picked the motorcycle up, but first of all, the whole array of instruments was bewildering enough. On top of that, there was an extra thick layer of intense bewilderment that came from the insanity, yes, the insanity that is Barcelona traffic. Honestly, it was horrendous, absolutely horrendous.